Well, good evening, everybody, on late Thursday night, March 31st. And this is a video regarding biblical stuff. So those of you who don't care for that or want to watch something else, I guess this is kind of your disclaimer, because this is some biblical stuff. Some of my thoughts on the Apostle Paul from Acts chapter 9, which I think is a really cool chapter, really cool chapter of the book of Acts. The whole book of Acts is really cool. I mean, the history, chapter 28, kind of the ending of it, and when they're on that island, and you know, Paul is there, through Jesus Christ, healing some people and stuff like that. Really, really cool book. But my thoughts on Paul in Acts chapter 9. A few things to look at or to think about. Number one, Paul was a hard guy. I mean, Paul could not have been converted intellectually. I mean, to think about it. Now, once he was converted, he was using very intellectual sermons and arguments and things of, why Jesus was the absolute Son of God and all that. But Paul could not have been intellectually converted. Paul had to be knocked down. I mean, just absolutely the way it was done. Knocked down on the road to Damascus. But the cool part, two things that stick out to me. I mean, once he was, he said, "Who are you, Lord?" And Jesus said, I'm Jesus, why are you persecuting me? And rather than argue it out, or, Paul said, what would you have me to do? What should I do? And of course, he said, go into Damascus, go into the city, and you'll be told what you must do. And so very, very pointed stuff. But I mean, in a moment's notice, Paul was ready to ask, what should I do? What am I supposed to do? So at that point, he wanted to know. He wanted to know what the answer was, what he should do. And of course, as it would be, I mean, a lot of people were afraid of him because he'd spent all the time, persecuting the Christians. And now he's like, I'm one of you guys. I'm a convert. Well, he had to kind of, he had to convince some folks that he was a convert, that he believed. And but I think it's a cool chapter, especially with Alexander Scourby and his reading of the King James Bible, just the way that he reads the stuff. But yeah, I mean, Jesus said, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? And Jesus said, he said, who are you, Lord? And he said, I'm Jesus, who you're persecuting. So very good stuff. Acts chapter 9. Revisit that chapter if you haven't looked at it for a while. So old retired DJ here saying howdy ho, I guess, for tonight. And thanks for listening.
Stop recording video.